Hey guys, can you believe it? I am 33 weeks pregnant. Okay, so what's going on? Let's start with symptoms. At the moment, my symptoms are probably the typical stuff that you would hear when a woman is coming to the end of her pregnancy. The soreness, the tiredness, the peeing all the time. Seriously, it's like my bladder is like twice the size, so it can fit more in, and it's just like I'm peeing all the time, constantly. Like I'm waking up 5-6 times in the night just to pee. If I wake up and roll over, gotta get up and pee. If I gotta get out to the kids, gotta pee. It's just always peeing all the time. The other symptom is that my hips are sore. We just recently got a new bed, which has helped a lot with the hip pain. Thank goodness. Our other bed was like hard as rock. Now I just kind of like sink into it. It's lovely. It's not super soft and it's not super hard. It's like that perfect middle ground. It just feels so great. My newest symptom is heartburn. Oh my goodness, that bad boy really hurts. So I bought myself some, what did I buy? I can't remember what the brand was, but they're chewable ones and they taste really good actually. And they seem to do the trick, you know, so I haven't had to get anything major, just take a couple of those and it actually seems to settle it pretty well. And so at least I didn't have to go get a prescription for that. It seems to happen mostly in the evening, just as I'm trying to go to bed, or if I have anything like super chocolatey. I noticed every time I ate brownie, my friend brought some brownie around, and after I ate that I'd be getting the heartburn. So I think it's just super rich foods as well that's setting it off, but luckily those little chewable things that I got, it's doing the trick perfectly. Some other symptoms I have which are actually related to my blood pressure, which I'll get onto another story, is headaches. I'm starting to get really headachy. I'm also getting really achy, and I'm getting very tired. I feel like everything I'm doing is like I've run a marathon, like getting groceries out of the car, walking to the letterbox, just things that should not take that much energy is wiping me out, and I just feel so exhausted after doing that. And I thought to myself, I had a really bad episode 2 days ago where I took the kids to Lollipops Playland, we had a great time, blah 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 blah, then took them to the pet shop, got home, and I was just like, I just felt utterly exhausted and headachy and just really unwell. I thought to myself, oh my goodness, I am just so unfit, you know, it must be this pregnancy, he's taking up room in my, you know, pushing on my diaphragm and my rib cage and everything. It must just be that and just the end of pregnancy tiredness. Well, I will get on to the reason for it in just a moment. So let's go back to Wednesday. So last vlog I actually had a photo to show you, so I'll put that in right now. So this is the photo of the baby doing the thumbs up. I did actually have that photo in the video, but I had to copy and paste the video because of problems and etc, and it didn't copy. So this is the photo now. I'm putting it in for you. And then this week I had another scan, because I have to get scans every 2 weeks at the moment, growth scans to check baby's growth. So the first growth scan we had, he was at the 11th percentile. I think if you remember, or I remember, if one of us remembers, I think it was the 11th percentile. Next growth scan, he jumped up to the 27th percentile, which is great. Next one after that, he dropped down to the 20th percentile. Then the next one after that, he dropped down to the 18th or 16th percentile. So he keeps dropping now, and so we've had 3 consecutive drops where he's drop. But I'll just show you the photo quickly. So this is of him, and looks like he's blowing a little bubble. So those are his lips. It looks like he's going to blow a bubble. It's really cute. I asked my midwife what it actually was, because I'm like, obviously he's not blowing a real bubble, so what is he doing? And apparently that's just part of the cord, but the fact that he's puckering up and there's like a little bubble thing there, I thought was so cute. What happens is that I go for my ultrasounds, and then they give me, so they give you the percentile of what your baby is at, and then my midwife gets the results, and then she plots those results on my personalized graph, because that graph is just, it's not personalized for everybody, it's just in general in the country. So on my graph, he actually has dropped down to just on the 10th percentile. When they drop under the 10th percentile, then they start getting really worried. So he's just hanging on there at the moment. My midwife was like, you know, I think this is going to be, you know, we're going to be getting you induced because of his size. My blood pressure is stable. Surprise, surprise. If it's not one thing, it's the other. So my blood pressure is stable, but now his growth is stunted a little bit. It's just, you know, he's 4 pounds at the moment at 33 weeks pregnant, which is a good size. So it's not really his size per se that is the issue. It's more the fact that the growth is dropping on the chart. So the thing is, it's taking him longer and longer to reach these growth milestones, I guess you could say. So what would take one baby a week to grow yay much, it's taking my baby 3 weeks to grow that much. So I think that's kind of what the issue is. And basically at the next scan, if things are getting worse, it's showing that there's a problem with the placenta. It's not functioning as well as it should have, which is common in when you have high blood pressure in pregnancy. It's happened before with Mila. She was induced due to that. So it looks like it's kind of happening again. So we've just kind of got to be prepared for, you know, getting things ready for an induction around 38, 39 weeks pregnant. So that was that. Then I told my midwife that I was getting a little bit headachy, and the day that I was feeling really ill and stuff, and so she decided to send me for a blood test, and she said, I'll text you when the results come through. She always does that. She just gives me a text and I'm like, sweet. She's like, bloods are normal. That's what normally happens. Not this time. This time she rang me and I was like, oh no. She doesn't ring me with results, she texts me, so what is going on? And I was like, hello? And she's like, hi Nicole. I'm like, what's wrong? She like laughed a little bit because she's like, so your levels are a little bit high, and because of my history, I've had preeclampsia or Roman, and then I had the high blood pressure and the growth restriction with Mila Rose. The hospital wants me to go in and get some testing for preeclampsia because my levels were a bit high. I'm getting headachy and getting all those symptoms, the puffiness. I'm getting the puffiness in my feet and my hand. My rings are getting so tight I can't get them off, and etc, etc. So on Monday, today is Saturday, on Monday I have to go into the hospital day unit, and baby's going to be getting checked on the CTG monitor thing. I'll be getting my urine checked and I'll be getting a blood test as well. But I'm just pretty much getting deja vu. This is exactly what happened with Roman's pregnancy, and at exactly the same time. I had 4 weeks of having to go to the hospital all the time, and then he was induced at 37 weeks. I'm 33 weeks now, and I'm going to be having to go to the hospital, I guarantee it, and seeing my midwife and the obstetrician, and I'll probably be getting induced. There's no way with all of this going on that I'm going to make it to 40 weeks. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't gutted about it. I am. I desperately wanted to just have that natural birth, like just go into spontaneous labor and just experience that. It's just obviously not meant to be, and I just have to accept that. I just really wanted this last time of pregnancy to just experience that, and it's just not going to happen. I'd be fooling myself if I thought that I still had hope of that happening. It's just not. There are too many things against me. He told us to prepare now, to pack our bags, get everything ready, because if we come back from a scan and he's stopped growing, that's it. He's got to come out. So, you know, or my blood pressure, I just have to get one blood pressure check and it's really high and I'm getting those symptoms, I'll be getting induced. If my results come back Monday really bad, I'll be getting induced. You know, basically everything is just leading to, just one thing has to go wrong and I'll be getting induced. I'm not sure it'll be next week, you know, because I'll only be 34 weeks pregnant. It's a little bit early, but yeah. Oh, hello. What are you doing? Just gave me like a little kick on my hand there. Are we ready for baby? Kinda. Like, we spent today sussing stuff out. So yesterday we went and got the bassinet out of the shed, cleaning the sheets, getting clothes ready, making sure we are buying all the bits and pieces that we need. I need to go get maternity pads, I need to get breast pads, I need to suss all that stuff out because we've been kind of really like naive in thinking we were going to get to 40 weeks. That's obviously was never going to happen anyway. I don't know why I thought I would, but now it's starting to get more pressing and more urgent, and my midwife telling me I need to get a hospital bag packed and ready kind of made me think, shit, actually I probably do need to start getting organized. So I guess that's what we needed to hear to spur us into action. So we've been spending the last 2 days just sussing all these last little bits out, not to mention that we have my baby shower next weekend, and then I have my maternity photo shoot the weekend after that. I need this baby to stay in till at least then. I do not want to miss out on this maternity photo shoot at all. I've got a makeup artist and I've got a photographer and we're going to the beach and I've got the kids' outfits, which isn't anything fancy, we're just kind of matchy-matchy. I'm just like, this is my last chance, you know, so fingers crossed that the baby stays in till for at least another fortnight. I did have a lot of baby buys and stuff to show you, but I'm actually going to do a separate vlog and I'm going to show you all my baby buys from this week in a separate vlog, and I'm also going to do a haul on our baby shower supplies. So those are 2 separate videos coming up really soon. Alright guys, so keep an eye out for these next 2 videos of the baby hauls and the baby shower haul, and I will do the belly shot and I will get going. But thank you so much for watching and thank you for subscribing. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next vlog. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Bye!